I got married on March 16th, 2024, and then the accident was September 20th. And that's when it all happened. Pulled off, so the truck was halfway off in the ditch. For some reason, the person that came up behind me didn't see me. Just drove right into the back of the hay rack. Didn't even hear it coming. It was just boom, and then I remember hay hitting my face, smashing my glasses, and then leaned over and looked underneath the hay rack to look like at my legs, because I was trying to move my legs and my legs weren't moving. I knew from being on various car accident things with the fire department that a crush injury, like once they take you out of the pin situation, you start bleeding a lot more. I just sat there. I mean, it was only a matter of 10, 15 minutes, but it felt like an eternity. I had 15 different surgeries to put my leg back together, and then later on they had to end up cutting it off. My left leg was broken, but they put it back together. The doctor said I got like 2 times the blood that's in a person's body given to me. When I woke up that day, I never imagined that I was going to be in the hospital before that night. The police officer that was there, he estimated they were going at or above 55 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. But obviously when you see a SMV sign or flashing lights, you need to slow down for the situation. It only takes a second and someone can be killed or hurt and have to deal with problems for the rest of their life. I have a prosthetic so I can walk and do therapy. I can get in the tractor. You take for granted just, walking. It takes me 30 minutes to get dressed, put the AFO on, plan trips around bathroom breaks because it takes a lot longer to get in and out of a vehicle. It might take you another minute to wait until it's safe, but when you're going up a hill or in a no passing zone, you're putting a lot of people other than just yourself in danger. So just please be safe, pay attention.
My name's Austin Reinker. We're here at Moweaqua, Illinois here this morning. We raise corn, soybeans, we have Angus cattle. So yeah, we have numerous slow-moving vehicles around the farm. Tractors, combines, sprayers, and different mowing equipment we use here through the summertime right now. Lawnmowers, ATVs. So we're gonna make space when we're coming up to drivers and take our time. And yeah, safety's paramount for us. I mean, we're running very expensive equipment and we want our people operating that equipment and then the people we're meeting to be safe. We don't want to rush things and we're not gonna push the limits of what we can safely do, I mean, equipment's expensive, but we never ever want to get anybody hurt around the farm. I mean, we want to get everybody home safe and back to their families at the end of each day. So safety is paramount, and we're trying to do the best job we possibly can. There are different emblems and different tape, and reflective tape that are on those implements, but the big one will be that big triangle that you see. I mean, that's going to indicate a slow-moving vehicle. And then reflective tape, they're getting to be putting more and more reflective tape on equipment and tractors, just trying to get more reflection and just trying to catch people's eye is kind of my takeaway with that. And then more and more lights, getting to be more beacons and things on equipment. The big thing is we're just trying to get your attention and telling you that we're driving slow out there. In some instances, the visibility for that operator in the equipment is very limited. So the further back you can get from that implement, it's easier for the operator to see those cars coming up And just give that guy some space and give him the time of day just to be doing his job too. The quicker and closer you get to that implement, it's very hard to see, and it just makes it more challenging and stressful for that operator. But realize you're going to be meeting that implement very, very quickly. If you're going 60 mile an hour, that implement's going to be in your windshield very, very quick. I mean, 30 mile an hour with a lot of the equipment that we run would be at the top end of speed. A lot of things will only be going 20 to 25. So, I mean, you're going to be meeting that implement very, very quickly and having to make a decision pretty quick once you get to that implement. And that operator, he's going to give you space if you just back off and kind of give him the room, and he's wanting to get out of your way to let you around. The farther you can stay back, you can actually see around that implement easier. You can kind of get over into that lane and see if there is any oncoming traffic, but the closer you get to that implement, it's going to be harder to overtake the implement and pass them. So I think the big thing is just taking your time, giving that space, and then just really observing, the situation around it, because it is stressful when you're in a tractor and cars start lining up behind you. We don't want any more cars around us than what we have to have. I mean, I think some people think we enjoy taking up the road and slowing things down, but we just want to get to the next field and just keep the day moving. When that operator goes to turn on his turn signal, one light will turn solid, and then you will have one blinking light. So it's just kind of key to really watch those lights, see if they are going solid, and then one is blinking. That's just going to indicate a turn of what that operator is trying to do. We do have turn signals, and people don't really seem to pay attention to those turn signals. So we'll have to almost maybe get into the left lane to make a wide right turn. And getting that vehicle swung in, we'll have actually people try passing around you, and coming in alongside as you're trying to make that turn. So that's just a major thing, just getting people to watch those turn signals. They're just not all flashing lights. They are trying to indicate a turn. And that is a situation we run into quite frequently, is making those right turns and people coming in alongside of you. When you're at an intersection and you're watching that combine come up, you're going to want to really take in the whole situation and see, is that combine wanting to make a turn? If he's wanting to come around and come into your lane, it'd actually be better to hang back so he can make that wide turn, or watch him and he'll actually maybe try to wave you through to get you through the intersection first. Nighttime driving can actually be very stressful for the operator of the farm equipment. The way the reflections come off the glass and the way light hits the glass, and then even just the flashing lights, the way they illuminate through the cab. Being able to detect things and view things gets to be more of a challenge. So in those cases, even giving that operator even more space, more consideration. I had that instance actually last night moving a tractor late. Cars flash their lights at you thinking you're flashing them when you actually have your lights as low as you possibly can, but people are just in a hurry and people just want to keep things moving. But I'd say even more consideration and just always trying to put your place in the place of that operator of what maybe they have going on within that implement. Running at night is always more of a challenge for us. We always try to slow down. If things are going to break, it's always going to be in the dark for us the way it goes, So just more consideration, pay attention to those lights, I mean, they can potentially blind you just a little bit if you do come up to it very fast, and just those lights are on there for a reason, just trying to catch your attention and just to slow vehicles. 2 years ago, we actually had a combine, the transmission failed just right in the middle of the highway, and it just came to a halt and we couldn't get it off the road. And before we actually got a police escort there to shut down lanes of traffic, it was very scary. The speed that people went by that accident, and just kind of a lack of consideration. I had my employees with me, and actually my mother in her car behind this whole line of equipment that we were trying to move down the highway. But once that combine failed in the highway, all that other equipment was stacked up behind it. And a very scary situation, and just trying to get people to slow down and use common sense in that scenario. It was a very scary situation there for a few hours until we got the police to kind of get traffic shut down for us, you know. So that's one that hits very close to home, and yeah, catches you off guard. I mean, all I was trying to do on a Friday night was get a combine moved home and shut down for the day, and you know, kind of put everybody in danger there for several hours until we got moved home that evening. Just put the phone away. So that text message can wait to whatever you're going to get to. Like we talked about earlier, you know, when you're coming up on that implement, if you're going 60, 65 and that implement's only going 20, you're going to meet that thing in a heartbeat. And looking down at that text and trying to hammer out that text, you're going to be in the backside of that tractor very, very quickly. And you could kill someone's loved one in that tractor and then endanger yourself. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that danger and that harm, it's just not worth it.